As you know, guys, Jason David Frank passed away in 2022, and there were plenty of people coming forward with their conspiracy theories. Now, let me put this disclaimer. I don't believe what he's saying is what he's saying. This ain't of my belief or anything like that, but we're about to hear him out. Let these flat earthers get a voice. All right, so let's go.
All right, so how's it going, guys? I got another conspiracy video for you here. Now, I've done a video on this before about the death of Thuy Trang, the Yellow Power Ranger, but I totally firmly believe at this point that Jason David Frank murdered her. So I want to go ahead and go over this again with you.
You see? Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now you can tell by the title, we were in for a surprise. But looking at my man room, at his living conditions, he might still be living at home with mom, or there might be a roommate situation that exists currently. I don't know how old this guy is. This was filmed 7 years ago. But someone in Discord said we should watch it. We should hear him out. We should hear him out, guys. So today, we're going to hear him out. Why not? Let's go.
I'm sorry if you have to watch this again if you saw my last video, but I really think there's a lot of critical evidence here, so I'd really appreciate it if you could stay with me. If you piece the pieces together, what I have to say makes a lot of sense. So let's go ahead and start from the beginning. Thuy Trang, what's his name? Austin St. John, the Red Ranger, and Walter Jones, the Black Ranger, they started a strike in the 90s on the original set of Power Rangers because they weren't being paid enough by the greedy Jew known as Haim Saban. He paid them pennies.
I when people say stuff like that, but I disavow what he said. Twitch, I know y'all watching. But let's go.
Pennies per episode. It's disgusting how low they were paid. And so they were part of this movement. Jason David Frank was not. Jason David Frank is a little fuckboy cunt. He's a little Haim Saban ass kisser. And
you see this? Look, when you hang around in them groups, this is your brain on drugs. You know, you got them commercials. This is your brain on Brent going full Brent. You never go full Brent. All right, never go full Brent.
And he's been in Power Rangers more than anyone else. The guy's obsessed. He probably thinks in his head he's a real Power Ranger. He's crazy. I've met the guy. He's a weasel. We'll just put it that way. So
met the guy, and this is takeaway.
Now you know the rundown on that guy. The guy is obviously not right in the head, so that should give you a clue right there that he could do something very twisted. So basically, after Haim Saban refused their protest, they all left the show and then started Power Rangers Zeo. Jason David Frank was part of Power Rangers Zeo. He was still doing his thing. He was still getting that, those pennies just so it can feel like some big shot. But eventually,
like, I promise you guys, he's going to get to it.
He was off after Zeo. That's when, I'm sorry, I believe it was after Turbo. After Turbo, then Jason David Frank left. So now Jason David Frank is gone, and also the the pink Power Ranger, Amy Jo Johnson is gone, and so is the blue, another scumbag. I met this guy, David Youst, I believe his name is. The guy's a scumbag. He's friends with Jason David Frank. They probably have ass sex together.
Oh God, man! Oh my God! Oh my God, man! What the fuck? Oh man, we need a little palate cleanse. I met the guy according to Rican. That's enough to know it. Yeah,
that's a truthful statement.
John, you are telling the truth, man. If you meet a person one time, then you know them. So, yeah, yeah, you're 100% right, man. 100% right.
They're disgusting subhuman filth.
Hold on,
But anyways, David, the pink Power Ranger.
he's detailing the people who left, guys. Hear him out, man. Hear him out. Okay. I'm not triggered by that ninja. He will forever be looking over his shoulder because his mouth and those who he wronged. Justice will be served. When he least expected. God damn, man. God damn. Hey, man. You know, people say a lot of things on the internet, including people like Brother Jared over here. And they're always, you know, we do have freedom of speech, but there is a thing, there's no freedom of consequences per se. There's no freedom of consequences. So there is that.
Amy Jo Johnson is gone, and so is the blue, another scumbag. I met this guy, David Youst, I believe his name is. The guy's a scumbag. He's friends with Jason David Frank. They probably have ass sex together. Disgusting subhuman filth. But anyways, so yeah, Jason David Frank no longer feels like some special superhero. You know, he's addicted to money and power, guys. You have to realize just how much money and fame will corrupt a person. They'll make anyone a backstabber, you know. They'll step on any sort of head they can to get to the top. So at this point, Jason David Frank, in his little head, in his little peanut brain.
Now, this guy's information, he never cites a source, guy. So don't think that he's like, oh yeah, I heard this in this Power Ranger circuit or from this actor or anything like this. This seems to be his beliefs and his beliefs only. But I'm sure there are other people on the internet that agree with what he's saying.
Brain head, he's probably thinking, you know, okay, I got to do something here. You know, I want to stay famous. I want to be, you know, this big shot. I don't want to lose my fame. So what does he do? He calls a hit. That's right, guys. You can do that in Hollywood. It's a sick and disgusting place run by.
And I see someone is familiar with this video, and I have to question, how do you know about this video?
Filth. And you can have someone sacrificed for fame. The Illuminati, guys, is a real thing, and they control Hollywood and show business. So I've made other videos about this too. You can check those out. But I know for a fact now, this guy is a murderer. He had Thuy Trang murdered. Mark my words. This guy is scum. He's less than scum. Okay.
Now, here's the thing. When you say like he had someone murdered, you would hope that like, yo, he has some proof. He has like some type of evidence to corroborate his theory, to connect the dots, per se, if you will. No, that does not exist here. That does not exist here at all, per se.
He's scum at the bottom of my shoe. This guy is a coward. I've met Jason David Frank. The guy is a complete weasel. He's not right in the head. You can tell he's obviously been corrupted. Not a good guy. Just we'll put it that way. Not a good guy. And so I know for a fact he would have no problem doing this, even if he and Thuy Trang were close.
Now, if you guys don't know, Thuy, she unfortunately passed away in a car accident. And there is an interview out there with her best friend or, her friend, a close friend to her at the time, who ended up being paralyzed, talk about the accident. And Thuy, what ended up happening was Thuy was in the middle seat and the back seat, which, they call the death seat, because if you get into an accident, even sometimes if you're wearing your seatbelt, it may not be, it turned out well because, you're going to be through the front windshield. Well, Thuy Trang, had a reputation for not wearing the seatbelt, not liking to wear the seatbelt. And when they got into an accident, their car landed upside down on a beach. Her friend at the time was paralyzed, and Thuy lost her life. Very unfortunate. And I believe JDF was not involved, but this guy has a JDF experience that he's going to elaborate on why he hates him.
That means nothing at all. When it comes to, gaining fame and money, people will put that aside. Believe me, at the end of the day, it's all about business. So, and from what I hear, now I can't prove this, but I was talking to a guy about this, and He was actually Thuy Trang. When she left that show, she had to go back to a restaurant with her family-owned restaurant. And Jason David Frank, being the scum that he was, he would actually go there to eat. He would have her serve him food, fully knowing, they were on a show together and she was part of that protest.
Now, this is the part where Brent is going to probably look this guy up and see what the hell he knows about it, because you know how Brent was obsessed with this. JDF was getting served by Thuy, and he was embarrassed that she was serving him. And Haim was there too. So I imagine this is going to reignite some of that stuff.
She would serve him food, and I totally believe this. Now, look, I can't prove that, but I just thought I'd throw that in there. The guy that told me this, he seemed like a pretty legit guy. We were talking a lot on YouTube, and
yo, man, this how these 4chan groups be starting, man. Like, yeah, JDF, he deleted her, right? Yeah, he did, man. Yeah, he did. I know he did. And then now you got two people who hates JDF, who think he had something to do with a random car accident that claimed Thuy Trang's life.
Also, Jason David Frank, he owns this karate place.
Here we go,
where
guys.
I live. He has a few different karate schools. And oh my God, dude, he's such a scum piece of shit. Like, I met this guy and he is just, there's something not right with him. Like, him and his co-instructors, they're just shady people, like real shady. And I'm not judging with MMA, but they have that real sort of like MMA mindset of testosterone and, getting people hurt and stuff.
Someone said he's a great content creator. Maybe he's getting an interview, right? Maybe he's doing an interview. He never looks at the camera. Look, for a while, I wasn't looking at the camera, but I'm live streaming. I don't know. Not all content creators are created equally.
Stuff like that. I sparred with one of his co-instructors. His name was Jason Felton. The guy was a complete asshole. Jason David Frank basically watched while I got my ass kicked, did nothing about it, and after the fight was over, he yelled at me saying I didn't have enough experience being in the ring, if you can believe that. So guys, listen to me. Never meet your heroes. A lot of famous people, and
that's sound advice though. I always say, hey, don't meet your heroes, man.
Fortunately, they've just been sucked up by the greed of money and fame, and it's just completely deteriorated their minds, made them into something less than human. And I totally believe he had Thuy Trang murdered. Reason is because, and I failed to leave this.
Here we go. I know y'all been waiting for this. Motive. Let's go.
Failed to mention this. After she was murdered, he was back on the show. He was back doing other episodes like Dino Thunder, Forever Red, and I believe there was one more he was on.
Now, you have to remember, right? Who else was in Forever Red? Austin St. John was in Forever Red. And shout out to you, Shelly. I see you on Twitch. So why is it that it's JDF who came back and did Forever Red, who deleted Thuy Trang, and not Austin St. John? And shout out to my man Rod Seller, man. Rod, excellent Power Ranger content creator. That dude is lying on the late JDF, man. I know, we need to get him on stream. We got to get him on stream. It's going to happen at some point. And someone said this guy is beta. Shout out to Answer 06. This guy, look, man, the room is unclean. I don't even know how old he is, per se. I don't know. His girlfriend has not come over there to clean up. I'm joking. We know he doesn't have a girlfriend. We know it.
I don't quite remember the name.
And no, this is not a young Christian Antoine, guys. Don't say that. That's very mean. It's not him. I know it looked like the hair. The hair may make you think it's him, but it's not him.
Of it, but he got his fame back. He got his wealth, and it's because he had her murdered, guys. This is what happens. And he was even on the Power Rangers movie, that new one, which pissed me off. That completely ruined the whole movie for me, knowing he was in it, even if it was just a small segment. He was on the show. He was on the movie at the very end. Him and Amy Jo Johnson, who is a piece of filth too, by the way, a sellout.
You look, he got beef with everybody. Everyone who stayed, he got beef with. Like, look at this, man.
Rangers movie, that new one, which pissed me off. You know, that completely ruined the whole movie for me, knowing he was in it, even if it was just a small segment. He was on the show. He was on the movie at the very end. Him and Amy Jo Johnson, who is a piece of filth too, by the way, a sellout. She pretended like she wasn't even part of Power Rangers just because she had a few creepy stalkers. What kind of scumbag does that?
Yo, no, this is giving vibes that maybe he was okay with the stalking, or maybe he could have been part of the stalking. I don't know who her stalkers were, but these are the fans that are in the fandom. They love Power Rangers just as much as everybody else in this chat. But this dude has some unfortunate experiences. His mother is clearly not making him clean his room. And this is what you get. Uh-oh, where was I at? I was like right here.
The whole movie for me, knowing he was in it, even if it was just a small segment. He was on the show. He was on the movie at the very end. Him and Amy Jo Johnson, who is a piece of filth too, by the way, a sellout. She pretended like she wasn't even part of Power Rangers just because she had a few creepy stalkers. What kind of scumbag does that, you know? To even though I'm not a fan of Haim Saban, to completely betray the Power Rangers name just because you don't want to deal with a few stalkers. I mean, that's so cowardly in my
What the fuck, bro? Yo, look, guys, let me defend our. Hey, where's my leave Amy alone, bro? Where's my leave Amy alone? Is that in my sound bites? Is that in my sound bites? Hold on.
Leave Amy alone, bro.
All right, we got it. We do got to leave Amy alone, bro. Let's add the leave Amy alone, bro. Let me defend our queen. Let me defend her, guys. You don't even have to do nothing. I'll do it. I'll do the dirty work. I'll do the dirty work.
Leave Amy alone, bro.
When it comes to Amy Jo, right? Oh man. At the time, security at these cons were lax, right? And there was actually someone who literally got the bell rung on them at a convention as signing autographs. Someone literally came up and just was like, in front of all her fans. Dust know about it. It was a huge story. And then, so you combine that with the fact that you got guys like here, like, hey, it's just stalking. Tighten up. It's not just stalking when you got a couple of crazed stalkers. And it looks like Frances is aware of this guy. Aware of him. She must have experience where she can enlighten us. She must have experience. But this guy is out there, man. And what he really needs to do is
leave Amy alone, bro.
Seriously. Let's get back to it.
And I have no respect for Amy Jo Johnson. To me, she's just a big coward. And all of a sudden, you know, she acts like she loves Power Rangers just because she knows she has, you know, nothing left and she's no longer famous. She goes back to Power Rangers, you know. There's a video of her on YouTube. She's wearing her little pink Power Ranger suit and playing her little guitar, singing a happy song. Oh, you know, I'm friends with a murderer. And you know, it's just so sad.
Look, these are the people that are in the Tammy deleted JDF group. These are the people in the I hate JDF fan base. These are the people. These are the people. And 4 hours, y'all can kiss, man, y'all tripping.
And pathetic. Guys, listen, man. At the end of the day, Satan is very real. And you can see him in the faces of certain people. And I swear to God, when I met this guy, Jason Frank, I felt the devil. And I know that may make you laugh.
What the fuck? What? What? Oh man, guys.
And it may sound corny, but like I could feel evil. I could feel the devil looking right at me in the eyes and saying, you know, that's right, bitch. I'm real, and I'm doing all kinds of twisted shit in this world. And I could feel evil in this man's eyes. It resonated in a way that I've never really felt with many other people. Sorry, that was my Google Plus. Don't check yours. I need to turn that off. But anyways, I just completely ruined the moment here with that. But look, guys, I'm ranting here. I think I've said enough. I think you understand where I'm going with this theory. All I can say is, guys, listen, don't support evil. If you're following Jason David Frank, unfollow him. He doesn't deserve your attention. Even though most people who are fanboys of him are just autistic guys in their 40s, he doesn't deserve any sort of attention. So, and you know, you guys know what a shallow person he is. He's done all kinds of stupid crap. Like at some poll like that was taken of who's the best Power Ranger, he threw a big fit because he wasn't chosen as the most popular Power Ranger. Austin St. John was. And, you know, that stupid feud with Austin St. John, how he offered to fight him $50,000 just to prove himself. The guy's a scumbag, guys. Okay, you need to understand that. He is a fake. He's a phony. And the world is full of fake people, man. You guys just need to wake up and smell the coffee. Some of you guys, I think you know, but you're just still, I guess you're lying to yourself because you don't want to believe it. But guys, believe it, okay? I mean, the truth is plain as day. The truth is in plain sight, so
the truth is out there, guys, and clearly you guys are not seeing it. And the source, if you want to know who the source is Trust Me, Bro. Just like John C. pointed out, man. The source is Trust Me, Bro. But guys, these are the fans that are out there. And look, man, Godspeed to these guys. Some people may think they're on crack. No, I don't think he's on crack. But his room definitely needs some attention. But I do like the Power Ranger cut off sleeve shirt. Sun's out, guns out, as they say. But it is what it is. What do you guys think about this guy and his theory of JDF being not only the devil, but actually ringing the bell on tweet? God damn. All right, let me know in the comment section. I'll see you next video. Peace.